Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we get to check out the Airgun Capital 22 caliber Airgun Moderator. Now I had this guy sent out specifically to use on my Umarex Zealous because this Airgun Capital Moderator has very nice clean lines, and I thought that would match up well with the nice clean lines and smooth surfaces on the Zealous. So other than aesthetics, the most important part of any moderator is of course how it affects your sound level and the accuracy of the gun. So those will be the first two things that we get to testing right away today with this Airgun Capital Moderator. Now, other than the nice looks of it here on the Zealous, I'm also very excited about this moderator because I really believe that it has a great balance of quality and price. You can pick one of these up for only about $85, and considering that it's constructed entirely of metal, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. So obviously the purpose of a moderator is to decrease the sound level of your air rifle, and in order to see how effective this Airgun Capital Moderator is, let's go ahead and compare it to a couple of other choices in a similar size category and see how well it's able to overall reduce the sound on this Nodos from just running it with only the barrel, no moderator attached at all. That should give us a good idea of what this thing is capable of as far as sound reduction. Well, it definitely made a big difference in the sound level from running it with just the barrel, of course. That Nodos with the open barrel is almost as loud as a .22 rimfire. Once we had that Airgun Capital Moderator on there, it was hush, hush, quiet. And I really genuinely feel that out of all the moderators we tested, the Airgun Capital was at least just as quiet, if not possibly slightly more quiet than the rest. So you're definitely getting a good value as far as its ability to hush the gun down. So next, let's go ahead and get the Zealous set up here at 50 yards to do a 5-shot group without the moderator and then a 5-shot group with the moderator and see what sort of effect we're having on accuracy. .907. .910. .907. .907. .909. All right. .905. .908. .906. .909. .900. Other than a slight change to the point of impact, it just brought it down by a few inches and actually just to be right in line with the reticle there. So we'll go down there, get a closer look, but I think out of the two, the group size that, at least from here, looks the smallest is the one we shot with that Airgun Capital Moderator on there. Wow. Now that is a darn good 50-yard group right there. That is less than a half an inch right there. Just literally one teeny little hole, basically, for the 50-yard group that we shot with that Airgun Capital Moderator on the Zealous there. And we did this 5 shots up there as our baseline just with the Zealous by itself. You can see it brought it down by about 2.5 inches. That could be due to a little bit of barrel droop or just some different harmonics that's happening there when we add that moderator to the end of the barrel, but seems as though it is quite possibly improving the accuracy of the gun. And in case any of you guys were wondering what velocity I'm pushing these AEA 21.9 grain pellets at, we'll run a few of them over the chronograph here for you just so that you can see. But we're getting right at about 910 to 915 or 916 feet a second with them, which seems to really be the sweet spot out of this Zealous. All right, guys, well, there you have it. The Airgun Capital Moderators. Very affordable, very well-made, high-quality piece of kit that I honestly give 2 thumbs up review on. You can pick these up, as I mentioned, for under $100. I think actually they're right around $85 last I checked, which by comparison to the other options out there, I really believe is probably one of your best buys. If you went with a 3D printed moderator, you might spend a little bit less money, but you're not going to be getting a moderator that's constructed from metal as the Airgun Capital moderators are, and obviously that's going to be a little bit of a sacrifice in your longevity or your durability of use. You could spend more money, but in my testing, it's not necessarily worth it unless you just really got to have something that looks different or is just that extra little bit of cool because that's what you're into. So guys, if you thought this video was cool and you want to hang out some more, click on one of the other couple of videos that I've got up on screen for you right now. And until next time, shoot straight, stay free. I love you guys.